Across America, water shapes the land, carving canyons, feeding forests, and creating some of the most visited natural wonders on Earth. From the thundering Niagara to Oregon's misty Multnomah, these waterfalls attract millions each year, each one a masterpiece of nature's design. Join us as we explore the 15 most visited waterfalls in the United States you must experience for yourself. This is nature's power in motion. Niagara Falls, New York. More than 3,000 tons of water plunge over Niagara Falls every single second. That's enough to fill an Olympic swimming pool in less than a heartbeat. Straddling the border between the United States and Canada, Niagara isn't just one waterfall. It's a trio. The American Falls, the Bridal Veil Falls, and the mighty Horseshoe Falls, the largest and most powerful of the three. This natural spectacle was carved out more than 12,000 years ago during the last ice age, when retreating glaciers unleashed torrents that gouged the Niagara Gorge. Today, that same relentless energy powers not only the view but also hydroelectric plants that generate renewable electricity for both nations. Visitors on the New York side can step onto the Cave of the Winds Boardwalk, where poncho-clad adventurers feel the full force of the Bridal Veil spray just a few feet away. For panoramic views, Niagara Falls State Park, the oldest in America, offers a network of trails and observation decks that capture the thunder, light, and mist from every angle. For an up-close rush, the Maid of the Mist boat tour glides straight into the Horseshoe's roar, a moment that leaves even the boldest travelers awestruck. With nightly illuminations and fireworks in summer, Niagara doesn't sleep. It dazzles 24/7, a reminder that some wonders never lose their power to amaze. Multnomah Falls, Oregon. This falls is so tall it could swallow the Statue of Liberty twice and still have room to spare. Cascading 620 feet in two graceful tiers, this Oregon icon is the most visited natural site in the Pacific Northwest. It's not just a waterfall, it's a portal into a green dreamscape carved by time and water. Fed by underground springs from Larch Mountain, Multnomah flows year-round, a rarity among seasonal waterfalls. The upper tier plunges 542 feet into a small pool before tumbling another 69 feet, creating a visual rhythm that feels almost choreographed. Local legend adds another layer. The falls are said to have formed to win the heart of a tribal princess, a story as timeless as the cascade itself. The Benson Bridge, built in 1914, arches delicately between the two drops, offering one of the most photographed views in the Pacific Northwest. The Multnomah Falls Trail is short but steep, a paved, 2.4-mile round trip that climbs 11 switchbacks to the top. The reward? A bird's-eye view of the Columbia River winding below. The hike connects to the Multnomah Loop, popular among seasoned hikers looking for a deeper gorge adventure. Yosemite Falls, California. Imagine a waterfall so high it could drop from the Empire State Building 3 times. That's Yosemite Falls, the tallest waterfall in North America, tumbling 2,425 feet from the granite heights of Yosemite National Park. It's more than a spectacle. It's the heartbeat of the valley. The falls are divided into three sections. The upper falls, plunging 1,430 feet. The middle cascades, a turbulent stretch of smaller drops. And the lower falls, a 320-foot finale that splashes into a wide pool where visitors gather in awe. The water's journey begins high in the Sierra snowfields, fed by melting ice that surges strongest in late spring. By summer's end, the flow slows to a whisper, a seasonal cycle that mirrors the park's natural rhythm. The Yosemite Falls Trail is a challenge even for seasoned hikers, a steep, 7.6-mile round trip that climbs over 2,700 feet. But the payoff is unforgettable. Sweeping views of Half Dome, Sentinel Rock, and the valley below, framed by the thunder of falling water. For those who prefer something gentler, a short loop to the base of the lower falls provides an easy, family-friendly experience without losing any of the wonder. Snoqualmie Falls, Washington. Few places capture the soul of the Pacific Northwest like Snoqualmie Falls. A 268-foot thunder of water just 30 minutes from Seattle. This powerful cascade isn't just beautiful, it's also spiritual. For the Snoqualmie tribe, the falls mark the place where humanity was created, where the mist carries prayers into the sky. The waterfall's setting is pure Washington. Dense forests, rocky cliffs, and the ever-present scent of pine and rain. The Snoqualmie River gathers strength from the Cascades before plunging into a mist-filled gorge, visible from multiple overlooks that are easily accessible year-round. The upper observation deck sits beside the historic Salish Lodge, where visitors can enjoy a panoramic view along with one of the most famous breakfasts in the state. For photographers, Snoqualmie is a dream in any season. In winter, the falls are framed by frost and fog. In spring, the river surges with snowmelt, turning the gorge into a roaring amphitheater of sound. A network of short trails weaves through the surrounding park, offering both top-down and bottom-up views. This waterfall might look familiar. It was the opening shot in the cult TV series Twin Peaks, forever tying Snoqualmie Falls to mystery and myth. Yellowstone Falls, Wyoming. When you picture Yellowstone, you might think geysers and hot springs, but the park's most dramatic feature may be its waterfalls. The star among them is the lower falls of the Yellowstone River, a jaw-dropping 308-foot plunge that carves through volcanic rock in a canyon so vividly colored it looks painted. This waterfall drops twice as far as Niagara Falls, yet sits in a canyon shaped by both fire and ice. The yellow, orange, and red hues of the canyon walls come from iron compounds that oxidized after ancient hydrothermal activity. Water, heat, and minerals, the three forces that built Yellowstone, meet here in a single spectacular scene. The best viewpoints are legendary. Artist Point offers a classic panorama, the same one immortalized in early 19th century paintings that helped convince Congress to create Yellowstone as America's first national park in 1872. The brink of the Lower Falls Trail, a short but steep path, takes visitors right to the edge, a dizzying perch where you can feel the power of the river just before it drops. Upstream lies the Upper Falls, smaller at 109 feet but equally dramatic, often framed by morning rainbows. Hikers can explore the South Rim Trail or the longer Uncle Tom's Trail, which includes metal stairways descending into the canyon for a close-up view of the spray and roar. It's not just a waterfall. It's a geological story written in steam, stone, and sound. Havasu Falls, Arizona. Hidden deep within the Havasupai Indian Reservation inside the Grand Canyon lies one of Earth's most surreal scenes. Havasu Falls. Imagine vibrant blue-green water spilling 100 feet over crimson sandstone, a contrast so striking it feels otherworldly. The color comes from high concentrations of calcium carbonate in the water, which reflect sunlight in hues of turquoise and jade. The falls are part of Havasu Creek, a spring-fed oasis that flows year-round through a desert of stone. For the Havasupai, people of the blue-green waters, this isn't just a waterfall, it's the heart of their homeland, a place of deep spiritual and cultural meaning. Getting here isn't easy. The only access is a 10-mile hike from Hualapai Hilltop, descending steep switchbacks into the canyon. But every step feels worth it when you reach the base. A travertine pool perfect for swimming, framed by travertine ledges and cottonwood trees. Nearby, other waterfalls like Mooney Falls and Beaver Falls extend the dreamlike landscape, accessible only by further hiking or rope-assisted descents. Because visitor numbers are limited to protect the fragile ecosystem, seeing Havasu Falls is a privilege, one that rewards effort with an unforgettable vision. Shoshone Falls, Idaho. They call it the Niagara of the West. Shoshone Falls, near Twin Falls, Idaho, is actually higher than Niagara, plunging 212 feet over a basalt cliff in a stunning horseshoe shape. But beyond size, it's the story of how this waterfall transformed the American West that makes it unforgettable. The Snake River carved this canyon over millennia, slicing through volcanic rock left behind by ancient eruptions. Shoshone Falls was a sacred site for the Shoshone people, who gathered salmon from the river below long before settlers arrived. Today, it's a symbol of both natural beauty and human balance. Since much of the river's flow is diverted for irrigation, the falls surge most dramatically in spring, when snowmelt from the Rockies feeds the Snake. The Shoshone Falls Park overlooks the canyon from a perfectly placed platform, offering breathtaking views without a strenuous climb. For adventure seekers, nearby trails lead along the rim to panoramic lookouts, while base-level access points reveal the sheer scale and echoing roar. Amicalola Falls, Georgia. This is the tallest waterfall in Georgia and the tallest cascading waterfall east of the Mississippi River, dropping a stunning 729 feet through the Chattahoochee National Forest. Its Cherokee name, Amicalola, means tumbling waters, and the name fits perfectly. This waterfall isn't just a spectacle. It's the gateway to the Appalachian Trail. The famous approach trail begins right here at Amicalola Falls State Park, stretching 8 miles north to Springer Mountain, the official southern terminus of the 2,190-mile trail that leads all the way to Maine. For many hikers, the sound of Amicalola's roar marks the true beginning of their Appalachian adventure. You can admire the falls from several vantage points. A reflection pool at the base gives a peaceful view upward, while a stairway of more than 600 steps climbs alongside the cascade. A leg-burning but unforgettable experience. Each landing reveals a new angle, a fresh spray of mist, and the steady rhythm of mountain water carving its way through time. The park's lodge at Amicalola Falls offers a sweeping panorama of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and the area teems with wildlife, from black bears to soaring hawks. In spring, wildflowers trace the trail edges. In autumn, the forest ignites in red and gold. Taughannock Falls, New York. In the heart of the Finger Lakes, Taughannock Falls drops 215 feet, taller than Niagara, and framed by cliffs that rise nearly 400 feet on either side. The name comes from the Algonquian word meaning "great fall in the woods," and that's exactly what it is. A dramatic surprise in the quiet countryside near Ithaca, New York. The falls were sculpted by ancient glaciers that retreated 10,000 years ago, leaving behind the deep Taughannock Gorge. Over centuries, water from Trumansburg Creek has carved smooth curves into shale and limestone walls, creating a natural amphitheater that amplifies the waterfall's voice. You can choose between the Gorge Trail, a gentle 0.75-mile walk to the base, or the North and South Rim Trails, which climb above for sweeping views of the valley. In winter, the falls partially freeze into towering icicles, transforming the gorge into a cathedral of ice. In summer, it becomes a cool refuge beneath the heat, where the spray softens the sunlight and the scent of moss fills the air. The nearby Taughannock Falls State Park also borders Cayuga Lake, offering beaches, picnic areas, and scenic overlooks, but it's the falls themselves that command attention. Tahquamenon Falls, Michigan. Did you know the waters of Tahquamenon Falls run the color of strong tea? It's not pollution or minerals, but tannins, natural compounds leached from the cedar swamps that feed the river. The result is a waterfall unlike any other in America. Rich amber hues, white foam, and endless motion, all framed by Michigan's wild Upper Peninsula. Located near Paradise, Michigan, within Tahquamenon Falls State Park, this mighty cascade is actually two distinct wonders. The Upper Falls, often called the Root Beer Falls, plunges almost 50 feet high and 200 feet across, making it one of the largest waterfalls east of the Mississippi. On peak days in spring, over 50,000 gallons per second rush over its edge, a raw, thundering spectacle surrounded by pristine forest. Downstream, about 4 miles away, lie the Lower Falls, a cluster of smaller cascades swirling around an island that you can reach by rowboat or footbridge. The trail system between the two falls winds through old-growth pines, maples, and birch, a living mosaic that changes dramatically with the seasons. Tahquamenon was immortalized in Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's 1855 poem, The Song of Hiawatha. The lines, by the rushing Tahquamenon, captured the same sound you still hear today. Wailua Falls, Hawaii. On the island of Kauai, there's a saying, "No rain, no rainbows," and nowhere does that feel truer than Wailua Falls, where sunlight and mist combine to form daily halos of color. These twin cascades drop about 80 feet, some estimates say closer to 170, into a deep jade pool surrounded by dense tropical foliage. The falls are fed by the Wailua River, one of the few navigable rivers in Hawaii, and were once considered sacred by Hawaiian royalty. According to legend, ancient warriors would leap from the top to prove their bravery, a dangerous ritual that modern visitors wisely skip. You can view Wailua Falls directly from an overlook off Mahalo Road, just a few miles north of Lu. The view is effortless and spectacular, no hike required. But what makes Wailua special isn't convenience. It's how alive the landscape feels. Mist rises like breath from the jungle. Birds dart between the sprays. And when the afternoon light hits just right, a full rainbow forms at the base. A perfect circle seen only from above. The falls gained pop culture fame as the opening shot of the classic TV show Fantasy Island, but their real magic lies in their serenity. Ruby Falls, Tennessee. Now here's a waterfall you won't believe exists, because it's underground. Ruby Falls, located inside Lookout Mountain near Chattanooga, Tennessee, is the tallest and deepest publicly accessible underground waterfall in the United States. It plunges 145 feet through a cavern nearly 1,100 feet below the surface. The falls were discovered in 1928 by Leo Lambert, who named them after his wife, Ruby. While exploring Lookout Mountain's existing cave systems, Lambert crawled through a narrow passage and found himself face to face with a hidden chamber of shimmering stone and falling water, a discovery that became one of the most beloved attractions in the South. Today, you can descend by elevator into the cave, where LED lights illuminate formations of stalactites and stalagmites before revealing the main chamber, a surreal spectacle where light and water meet in total darkness. The falls cascade into a pool surrounded by ancient limestone, and the sound echoes like thunder in a cathedral. Ruby Falls is more than a tourist stop. It's a geological marvel that shows what nature can sculpt in secret. Millions of years of water erosion hollowed out these caverns, shaping an underground landscape few would imagine beneath Tennessee's rolling hills. Great Falls of the Potomac, Maryland, and Virginia. At first glance, you might mistake the Great Falls of the Potomac for whitewater rapids. But look closer, and you'll see a series of powerful cascades plunging through a narrow gorge that once tested early American explorers. Only 15 miles from Washington, D.C., this is one of the most dramatic waterfalls on the East Coast, a wild heartbeat within sight of the nation's capital. Here, the Potomac River squeezes through the Mather Gorge, dropping 76 feet in less than a mile. The churning water, framed by ancient metamorphic rock, shows the raw energy of a river unwilling to be tamed. George Washington once dreamed of making this section navigable. Today, it's prized by whitewater kayakers who test their skill against the currents. You can view the falls from both sides of the river, Great Falls Park in Virginia and the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal National Historical Park in Maryland. The Virginia side features 3 overlooks connected by easy walking paths, each offering a different perspective of the cascading torrents. The Billy Goat Trail, one of the region's most popular hikes, winds along the cliffs and boulders for close-up views and heart-pounding climbs. Palouse Falls, Washington. Few waterfalls feel as sudden or as prehistoric as Palouse Falls. Here, the Palouse River plunges 198 feet into a mist-filled bowl carved not by centuries, but by cataclysm. Around 13,000 years ago, when Ice Age floodwaters from the breaking of glacial Lake Missoula tore through the region, they sculpted the dramatic basalt cliffs that cradle this waterfall today. The falls sit in Palouse Falls State Park, near the town of Washtenaw, a remote spot surrounded by rolling wheat fields and sagebrush. The contrast between open plains and sheer canyon makes it one of the most unexpected landscapes in the Pacific Northwest. From above, the view stretches endlessly. Below, the sound of the falls reverberates off ancient lava rock. The Overlook Trail provides easy access to multiple viewpoints, including one where the river loops dramatically before its plunge. For a closer encounter, the Lower Palouse Trail offers a tougher scramble down the canyon, though it's recommended only for experienced hikers. In 2014, kayaker Tyler Bratt made history here, paddling over the falls, a drop of nearly 200 feet, setting a world record at the time. Today, most visitors come not for adrenaline, but for the raw drama of water meeting stone. Palouse Falls stands as Washington's official state waterfall, a title it earned for both beauty and geological wonder. Burney Falls, California. Theodore Roosevelt once called Burney Falls the 8th wonder of the world, and when you see it, you'll understand why. Nestled in Northern California's MacArthur Burney Falls Memorial State Park, this 129-foot cascade doesn't roar. It whispers, hums, and sparkles. Its magic lies not in size, but in how the water appears to come from nowhere. Unlike most waterfalls fed by a single river, Burney is powered by underground springs. Water seeps through layers of volcanic rock and bursts out of the cliff face in thousands of miniature rivulets, creating a shimmering veil that flows year-round, even in dry seasons. The result is a waterfall that seems alive, constantly breathing mist and refracting light into rainbow fragments. A short, 1.3-mile loop trail encircles the falls, leading from an overlook above to the pool below. There, you can feel the temperature drop. The air around Burney remains refreshingly cool even in midsummer, thanks to its underground source. The turquoise pool at the base feeds into Burney Creek, continuing through pine forest toward Lake Britain. And there you have it, the most visited waterfalls in the US, each one more stunning than the last. So which one's on your bucket list? Drop it in the comments. And if you love this tour, hit that like button, subscribe, and keep chasing nature's best with us every week. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy travels.